Nick Walker didn't just burst onto the scene. He kicked the door down with freakish mass, granite hardness, and a relentless, no-nonsense attitude toward training. Known as the Mutant, Walker represents the modern era of bodybuilding intensity, combining brute size with a work ethic that's impossible to ignore. Standing around 5 feet 7 inches and tipping the scales at over 250 pounds in the off-season, Nick's not chasing aesthetics. He's chasing dominance. But even with his mass monster status, he's surprisingly detail-oriented. He isn't just moving weight, he's contracting, squeezing, controlling every rep with surgical precision. Nick began training seriously as a teen. His early years were spent developing raw strength and muscular density, but it wasn't until his time under Matt Jansen's guidance that things clicked into place. That pairing elevated him from promising amateur to one of the most dangerous pros on the Olympia stage. He won the 2021 Arnold Classic in dominant fashion, less than a year after turning pro, and placed top 5 in the Olympia that same season. Now let's get into what you really came for. Nick's training. Nick doesn't do low volume. He thrives on intensity and volume, often combining heavy compound lifts with higher rep isolations. He's methodical, yet savage. Let's break down one of his actual workouts. His push day, chest, shoulders, triceps, which he filmed and posted during a prep phase for the Olympia. Nick Walker push workout, verified starting chest. He will target the upper chest with incline hammer strength press for 4 sets. He will start 1 to 2 warm-up sets to get the blood in. On the final set, he will use 4 plates per side for 10 to 12 reps, slow eccentric, powerful concentric. Nick is big on hammer machines to minimize injury risk and maximize control. On this movement, he braces hard and drives through his palms to isolate the upper pecs. No bouncing, no rushing. To hit the larger portion of fibers, he will move on to the flat machine press, 3 sets of 10 to 12. The key is full range, deep stretch, strong lockout. He uses a controlled pace, and on the last set, he might throw in a rest pause or drop set to failure. One key detail, he never just finishes a set. He tries to kill the muscle every time. Finishing the chest, he will use a pec deck machine for 3 sets of 12 to 15 hard squeeze on every rep, holding the contraction for a beat. For Walker, this is all about blood flow and isolation. He talks often about feeling the pecs work and not just moving his arms. This is where bodybuilding becomes art. To start off shoulders and create that cap look, Nick will perform dumbbell lateral raises. 4 sets of 15 to 20 high volume. Constant tension, slight forward lean. He usually goes with moderately heavy dumbbells, around 30 to 40 pounds, but keeps the tempo strict. No swinging, delts only. To focus on the rear delts, he will use the reverse pec deck, rear delts, for 3 sets of 12 to 15 Walker hits. Rear delts hard, knowing they complete the 3D look. This isn't a maybe set, it's a priority movement. In fact, he said rear delts are what separate average physiques from elite ones on stage. Finishing off the delts, he uses an overhead machine press for 3 sets of 10 to 12 used to fully fatigue the delts. He'll alternate between shoulder press machines depending on what's available, but form remains strict and locked in. To start triceps out, he will start with rope pushdowns for 4 sets of 15 to 20. Emphasis on full extension and outward spread at the bottom. Nick's triceps are already massive, but he trains them like they're a weak point. Rope pushdowns are usually done first to warm up the elbows. To hit the long head, he will perform overhead cable extensions for 3 sets of 12 to 15. The key here is a full stretch and deep contraction. He often leans slightly forward and ensures there's no break in tension. Cables let him keep the muscle loaded the entire time. To finish the triceps, he ends with dips on a machine, or body weight assisted dip machine. These are done for 3 sets to failure. He adds these to cap off the session. It's volume-based burnout at this point. Form over ego, even when he's fried. This push day hits everything: upper chest, lateral delts, triceps, all critical for front and side poses. What's remarkable is how Nick balances sheer brutality with precision. He trains like every set could be the last before the Olympia. No wasted reps, no fluff. Walker's approach isn't for everyone. The volume is high, the intensity is higher, and recovery has to be dialed in. But for a man with the goal of becoming Mr. Olympia, there's no such thing as too much. His mentality is simple: outwork, outlast, outgrow. He's not just training to improve, he's training to dominate. And whether you're a fan of his freaky physique or not, you've got to respect the grind. Because when Nick Walker enters the gym, it's war, and the only outcome he accepts is total victory.